Today's core competency is positive personal and cultural identity. Positive personal and cultural identity is an awareness, an understanding, an appreciation of all the facets or characteristics or parts of who you are as a person. So it includes kind of having an understanding, awareness, and appreciation of your family background, your heritage, kind of the cultures you come from, languages, beliefs, and your perspectives in a society that has so many different perspectives, right? We aren't surrounded by people that are completely the same as us. And so we have a unique kind of background and identity. People who have a positive personal and cultural identity, they value their personal and cultural narratives. So kind of the stories of where they come from and their personal histories. And they understand how these kind of stories of who you are in your family background and your personal background can shape your identity. So it's helpful to have, to support these with a sense of self-worth, right? Recognizing your own personal value and self-awareness and positive identity. When you have all these things, you can become independent individuals who are satisfied with who you are and what you can do to contribute to your own well-being and the well-being of your family and community and society. So this really is kind of about yourself and the person that you are. So you might find some connections to when we were doing our health unit on kind of theology of the body, right? When we're looking at our own personal identities and how we're influenced by the people around us, and that can be in really positive ways. It's not necessarily always a negative. So there's 3 aspects that our curriculum talks about. The first one is relationships and cultural contexts. So some ways of explaining this are, I can describe my family and community. I'm able to identify the different groups that I belong to. So that could be within a family, a culture, could be a sports team, could be an activity at school, could be an activity outside of school, could just be a group of friends. I understand that my identity is made up of many interconnected aspects, right? You're not defined by one thing. You have your own life experiences, family history, heritage, peer groups. And I understand that learning is continuous and my concept of self and identity will continue to evolve, right? You'll be discovering more facets of who you are as a person throughout your entire life. The second aspect is personal values and choices. So you can tell what is important to you, or I can explain what my values are and how they affect the choices I make. I can tell how some important aspects of my life have influenced my values, right? Are your values influenced by your family? And I understand how my values shape my choices, right? Here's what I believe is right and wrong, so here are the choices that I make. The final characteristic is personal strengths and abilities, and this could really tie into our preparation for student-led conferences, where you are going over kind of where are your strengths, where are your goals, what are the things that you're proud of. So some examples of things that you could do in this area are identify your individual characteristics, can describe and express my attributes, characteristics, and skills. These might be some things that you did in career as well with Miss Thiessen. I think I saw some different examples where you're getting to know yourselves a little bit better. I can reflect on my strengths and identify my potential as a leader in my community. And I understand I will continue to develop new abilities and strengths to help me meet new challenges. So you'll continue to grow and develop abilities. There are 5 prompts that you can choose from for this reflection. So you only need to choose one of them, one of the 5 that are listed here, and you can do your reflection in whatever way you would like, whether it's a paragraph, a poster, whatever you choose, and then make sure you post it so I can include it in your report card. So you could have a paragraph reflecting on what are you good at, what are your strengths. You could describe something you really liked in the work you did and what made it special for you. You could look at how your experiences, family history, heritage, And or peers help shape who you are today. So you notice this and or means that you don't have to choose all of these different things. You might focus on experiences, your personal experiences, or maybe you focus on family history, or maybe you want to include 2 of them, but you don't need to have all of them. You could also talk about how you make good decisions and what influences your decisions, right? And the final one is just what makes you unique, what makes you kind of unrepeatable and different from everyone else and a unique child of God. So as I mentioned, you have 5 prompts. You only need to choose one. Your reflection can be in whatever format you would like. Make sure it's about equivalent to 1 paragraph, and it's uploaded to Google Classroom so that I can include this in your report card for the end of the year.